All right, Lito, I'll start with you, and then Jared. We brought this up the other day, and it's an interesting topic. Both got the same contract base. I think Austin might have gotten a couple more mil than her.
Oh,
Did he get a couple more mil than her? I think he did. What are you laughing at?
because I forgot the topic, but I yeah.
Your answer was I was okay. Well, let's you go. Herb Jones versus Austin Reeves. Who's the better overall player?
You want me to go? You asking who you
I
asking?
want Lito to go. Then we'll go five, and then we'll go back and forth.
Who's the better overall player? All right, Herb is a lead on one side of the floor. Austin is a good offensive player, and I think the scheme of Austin Rivers, he took advantage of a lot of
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Lord, yeah, I'm sorry. Austin Reeves took advantage of a lot of downtime in the Lakers lineup last year. He was able to pick his spots. You know, with guys being out. He is decent on defense. He's not a bad defender. Herb is a better defender. Austin is the better offensive player. You know what? So we know though, because maybe Herb has a level that maybe he hasn't been able to tap into just because of who's on this team, right? But if I had to go with overall, I'm
You're
gonna say
excited, aren't you?
I'm gonna say Austin is probably the better player.
Okay, five. Go ahead. We'll go back and forth on that.
This is a tough one. This really is. It's really not
It's a tough one, yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with either answer, but I'll say this: her, Austin has the benefit of playing with two guys, right? One, LeBron James, the greatest player of this generation, this current one, right? And really one of the highest IQs you can possibly think of when it comes to basketball. And Austin even said in his recent interview, like he chose not to get drafted just so he had an opportunity to play with the Lakers, just so he can play alongside of LeBron because he felt like he can make that team with LeBron on it and be around a guy like that. To be honest, LeBron keep a white boy with him. Like it's just and to be honest, like he improves their IQ. He allows them to play a role that is very specific to their skill set, and they thrive in it. And that's being around LeBron. Herb doesn't have that. Like, and he has a guy like Austin has a guy like Phil Handy crafting workouts
Ooh, wow.
for Austin. Like, I really watched their 15-minute pre-workout, and Austin even played that night, and I was amazed. I was literally amazed at it.
When they came into town.
Yeah, when the Lakers came to New Orleans, I don't think I was covering that night. I was just as a fan, just watching. Like that workout, like I was like, okay, they know exactly what they're doing. Like Phil Haney is like the guy when it comes to like basketball improvement. So I'll say Austin only because Austin has so much around him that benefits him. And Herb just has to play, right? He has to figure it out, not necessarily just on his own. I'm not saying the guys in New Orleans aren't, but they aren't that. Let's just cut it there. Like they ain't Phil Handy, they ain't LeBron. It's not the same level.
It's
But
94 feet of basketball, man.
hey, man, but Herb, right? If you look at a guy like Herb, really good defensively. I think all world defensively. I think he has a lot of potential offensively if put in the right situation, right? But that's the caveat: being put in the right situation for a guy like that to be at his best.
Lito, I'll ask you this first, and we'll go to Jared. What if Herb just shot 35, 36% from deep? Would he be better than Austin Reeves instead of 33 and a half?
In this situation, yes.
So if he just knocks his 3-point percentage up just 1 or 2 points,
Yes.
you think he's like, do you think it's not even close, or do you think it's still pretty close?
I mean, it's close. It's close just because of like Austin. I know. You know, a lot of the talk about Austin last year was he got to the line a whole bunch, and it wasn't.
Right.
You know, it wasn't um, what it should have been. But Austin got game. Austin can hoop. Like I really feel like we should clear that up. But um, yo, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
All right, so look, I did some looking at the numbers,
Mhm.
and all right, I'm gonna just give you the breakdown of it, right? I'm gonna give you 5 categories. I'm gonna make it
Is
real
this a
quick.
question or more of a statement?
It's a statement. It's a
Okay, so we're
statement
going
question. No,
statement.
no,
I was okay.
no. The
Statement
question
question.
the question was, can I ask you a question?
Let the man speak. Go
What
ahead,
is,
Lito.
That was I asked the question. You said yeah. All right, so all right, points per game, right? For career wise, Herb averages 9.7. Austin averages 10.2. Rebounds per game, Herb is not 3.9. Austin is 3.1. Assists per game, Austin is 2.6. Herb is 2.3. Steals, Herb lapped them 1.6 to zero point 0.5. And blocks, zero point 0.7 to zero point 0.3 Herb. So it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not now Austin's 2023 season was different because he averaged like 16 points a game to Herb's like 9.
I don't mean to cut you off because I don't want to forget my train of thought, but don't you think if Herb got the ball more or the ball was in his hands more, he would have more assists? No, wait, go ahead, Jared. You want to jump in?
Yeah, because then you would be, elevating Herb and put him in the right direction, not put him in a goddamn corner. Like,
Where did he? What position did he play in college for 4 straight years? Where he was all SEC? Was
he,
it
he,
the
he
point guard
played
position?
he played it all. Like like you look at a
Shit.
guy like Herb, he can just be put in multiple places for the basketball team to succeed, right? He
Yeah.
can dribble the ball if he needs to. He can play make if he needs to. He's a really good slasher, right? I think really elite slasher. Um, and that's a skill. Let's not think like, oh, he's just cutting hard. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, that takes timing, especially being around guys like Brandon and Zion. Like, it's not
You don't just
easy.
cut to cut. Like if you
Yeah,
cut to cut, you mess up the system. Like
yeah,
they're strategic cuts, which a lot of
yeah.
people don't understand.
That
Timing, breaths, like it's all in there.
Right.
But I think that's the issue. Is Austin is in a system that benefits him. Herb is not. So
Maybe we're changing. Look,
I,
Borrego.
I think that to be honest, that's the reason why I was bringing it up to how close it was. You got a system that Herb is not featured in, where the numbers are so
Mm.
close that if you actually, I tweeted this. Herb has more game than he's allowed to show, and if you give him the ball, yo, bro, he a hooper. He can initiate offense. He can get to where he needs to get. He got a decent enough handle, and he's long enough and quick enough and strong enough to where he can get in the paint and create for himself and others. I'm not about to tell you Herb gonna put up 30 a game, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't believe that he could give you between 11 and 13 if he chose to do so.
listen to this.
I mean, he averaged
If
10 yet last year. Go ahead. I'm
Justin,
sorry,
yo,
Fab.
no, you good. No, if Herb rebounds a little bit better and shoots 36,
Yep.
like he's a better player.
Yep.
Like, I'll stand on that. Like,
And like we're not even talking like huge jumps here. We're talking 1 or 2% there, and then like another rebound a game, in which he should rebound more. And we've all talked about that. That's one thing probably I think Herb Jones and Trey Murphy both need to work on is rebounding. That's all and everything in my opinion.
Bro, Austin Reaves is a career 36% 3-point shooter.
What did he
Herb is
shoot his first year, Lito? What did he shoot his
it
first
was
year?
it wasn't hold up. Let me see.
It wasn't that good.
Nah, it wasn't that good. It wasn't very good at all. No, but look, I was saying that to say Austin is a career 36% 3-point shooter. Herb, for all his non-shooting ability, is a career 33% 3-point shooter.
And he's an 80+% free throw shooter. And Jared and I say it all the time. He's probably the best clutch free throw shooter we have. As crazy as that sounds, go think of Herb Jones. I'm very confident when he sets up to the free throw line.
and you know what's crazy? Like analytics guys, they'll say like 33% is the number like you want to eclipse, right? So if Herb's over 34, like he's at 34. We really aren't having this conversation. Like 36 isn't that far from 33.
No.
Just giving him better looks and not putting him in the corner where he's just sitting there. Maybe his percentage is like 35 now rather than 33 because he's not taking bad shots or grenades. Like, yeah.
Austin shot 31. He shot 31%.
I mean, it was a small sample size, but It was a small sample size, but in the months of there's gonna be a little
You
bit
know
of a
what?
pause
No.
there.
You know what? No. Fuck that.
Oh, okay.
No. Fuck that. No. Herb Jones is better. Herb Jones
Thank
is a
you.
better player. Herb Jones is a better
I
player.
gotta clip that
Her-
up.
Herb Jones statistically, every stat across the board, Herb Jones has a higher number than Austin Reeves.
So I'm saying, I'm telling you,
I'm a,
like,
I'm
Austin
a
Reeves
just
does one thing better than Herb and shoot the basketball, and it's not even like it's not like this crazy gap. What?
now listen. I'm gonna just continue to say Austin just so people can get pissed off and Herb play better. Like that's what I want. Like I want Herb to see this and be like, yeah, they're gonna pick Austin. Like no, it's not like I want to. I just want more out of Herb, and hopefully the coaching staff sees it and be like, yeah, we're gonna put Herb in more actions, and then we all benefit from it. So I'll be the villain today. Put it on me. I just want to see a
That's
better basketball team.
when
This
Herb
is
Jones is going, man. The team's good. I mean, listen, without him, we probably lose by 20 to OKC.
I mean,
Yo.
he had 20 something. So
Oh, Shea had like 9 points at half. Shea had like 9 points at halftime. Right about Herb.
Speaking of which, by the way, Lito, you kind of forget. I kind of forget too, but he did drop 35 against Memphis.
Herb.
Third to last game of the year. I mean,
Listen, man. I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all know, but I did a show. You know what I'm saying? On Herb Jones, and I broke down the last real 3 months of the season. I'm gonna say the season started for him in February, and for February on, he was on fire. Like he found his confidence.
Yeah,
confidence is a funny thing, man.
Oh yeah, because they switched up the offense a little bit and didn't have him sticking him in a corner. I think he shot like 40% from three from like February on to the end of the season. Like
shot. Yeah, he was. So that last half, he shot around like 40%, and then he went 41.7% in the month of April. Or I'm sorry, the month of March. I mean, listen, it's a decent debate. You could choose either or. I'm probably taking Herb, just because I think Herb does way more things than Austin Reeves does to affect the basketball game. Whether that mean, listen, guarding the best player on another team every single night takes a lot out of you, and to still average double digits and to still do the things he does, and what does he have? Like, there's something ridiculous with his steals. I don't know if he had over like 100. Like he set some type of record with steals and things like that.
Youngest player in Pelicans history to record over 100. Was it over 100 steals and blocks combined? Like it was like the fastest. He like surpassed. Yeah. Like he surpassed AD's number, right? AD being a center.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, he's a hell of a basketball player, and that's why it drove me insane last year. Like he and JV got this just short end of the stick of we suck.
Way too much
on Herb, but blame it on JV. And it's just like, how are you gonna blame Herb Jones? Like you're gonna blame Herb Jones? Like that's who you're gonna blame? But
way too much blame for a player with low usage. Crazy.
Way too much blame for a guy that should have been 2-time all defensive teams. And the only reason he's not is because the best 2 players on the team weren't available.
I mean, and they owe him an apology for that.
And they owe him some bread, bro. I know he just got his money. Shout out to you. But they owe him some endorsements or something. Herb just get into his Jordan bag. He working out in non-Pels gear. Like, my man got his money now. Like, he could have been had his bread, bro.
I like that, man. Herb, a small sample size, but again, Herb shot 61% from 3 in April.
Small, and then he shot 41% the month before.
You know what I'm saying?
That I think that was probably the most thing. Like, I hated that topic last year. Like, just blame Herb Jones when literally he literally did his job. It was the others that didn't. Chris Smith of Ladder and Bloom is one of the top realtors in New Orleans for a free marketing valuation of your property. To book a property